much. Maybe a Meepo situation, but that should alleviate that threat. Timbersaw in this game is decent. It's very good at clearing out the illusions. Most people, whenever they think about Timber, they're like, oh, well, you know, they need to have at least 2 strength cores for a Timber to be good. It's not about that at all. It's the fact that, like, it's a form of wave clear and screwing over the PL. Also, we mentioned this before, aggressive mode's lineup doesn't have a hero that wants to build Spirit Vessel. And now that you've almost guaranteed this Lina is a 4, they do not have someone who is going to build Spirit Vessel full stop.
Alliances turn to ban.
So final ban for aggressive mode will be the puck. This feels like them kind of like trying to toy with Alliance about this idea of Lina still being mid. As Lina can get screwed over by puck. It's just so much mobility, a lot of aggression. It's a volatile lane back and forth. That's the way that Lina mid works in most situations. As you think Wind Rangers, Leshrax, Lina's, it's always just very back and forth. If one small misstep occurs, then you die. But I expect this to definitely be a Lina 4. I could see it from Lowell's perspective as well. He likes these kind of kill type supports. Guy is ridiculously obsessed with Tiny, as an example. Just anything that has the potential to just destroy someone on the laner phase, he'll try and take it. Alliance, they're definitely thinking this one out. Do you ban something that could be a Spirit Vessel build like the Ember or the Kunkka? I don't think you're that worried about the Kunkka necessarily. It could be a bit annoying for your troll. But then you could just run Timber mid, which Limp loves. As for the Ember factor, like a Timber mid could also burst through the Ember as Flame Guard, but it could be annoying for the troll early on with the chains. And they go for the Bangalore ban. Okay, it's constant stun against your troll, right? Like if he goes full anger mode, then you can just lock him down constantly. It's also a disarm. I think the biggest thing is it's a disarm. If you have any like inherent thought that there could be a Pangolin on the troll lane, then just get rid of it. Like there's some potential with StarLadder being there because you could maybe do StarLadder 4. I think most teams are honestly believing the 3 more so. And then you run Pangolin 4 for the disarm. And it's going to be Alliance grabbing the Pugna for the push. Okay, this actually bridges together the mid-game aggression. Well, not as aggression as much as tower taking, which they were lacking in right now. Like Timber with catapult waves can take towers very easily if he gets a good start to his lane. But now this gives you like a solid timing for you to just destroy towers and take over the map, which is a good strategy to have against a PL lineup because PL thrives on this idea that you're going to static the lanes a bit. He might leverage a slight advantage, but then he can fold it into more gold in the jungle. But if you're able to apply pressure earlier with a Timber, right, you take his tower, and then in the mid, Pugna takes that tower. It also means that aggressive mode, if they do want to go for a rotating type mid here, it's going to be tough. Because any moment you leave the lane, the Pugna is going to punish you for that. It's something I'm surprised we haven't seen from teams a little bit more, is more DP, more DK, more Pugna. Just these heroes that actually beat you in the mid lane on your rotations simply by you inherently wanting to rotate. It's also very good with the Timber. And how the hell did he make it this far? You know, sometimes when it's a new hero, you kind of forget it. You look at your bands, you're like, and then this little purple bugger at the end. The spirit that defied our laws of spirits has arrived. Miranya is going to be on that Void Spirit. We'll be up against the Pugna. I don't think Pugna should suffer excruciatingly painfully against this, but I feel like you aren't gonna be as dominant. You will get pressured a little. The thing that Pugna can just always do is the Decrepify to deny. The problem is that Void Spirit, once he reaches like level 3-4, because of his int gain and the fact that he's an int hero and has spammy spells, he can just use those to secure range creeps. So you won't be able to XP starve him that well.
5 seconds remaining.
I think the big thing I'm going to be looking for is what sort of aggressive plays they can make with the Clockwork Timber. And I'm wondering what kind of XP yoink they're going to try and give over the clock in the early phases. And I don't know if it's going to be worth trying to give him a lane to get 6 as quickly as possible, as much as getting Oracle's save quicker. The reason I'm saying this is because like I'm just looking at the lanes and what you can gank. Clockwork can go bot, and that's about it. It is going to be Lil on the StarLadder, by the way, because of this, and Skylark on the Lina. Which, yeah, is as we expected. Because if I remember correctly, in this team, Lil is the free, right? Yeah, that was right. It's always good to double check, because I know Skylark, like previous iterations, these guys were in reverse positions. I haven't caught all of aggressive mode's games. It may be that they're doing what a lot of teams are doing right now as well, which is they're keeping that flex element where they can have 2 players that can play 2 roles. That was quite popular with Zoomies in the NA qualifier. Yeah, I think the key for Alliance to win is to try and shut down this StarLadder early and rotate early. Like maybe you even rotate as early as level 3-4 with the Clockwork. Because if you can actually slow down a StarLadder, the hero just vastly loses his worth as the game goes on. And the decreps early, it's just all about denying those range creeps wherever you can. But you can already just see how high the damage is on the Void Spirit. I feel like it's kind of dirty at this stage, actually, how much damage this hero starts with. When you think about how dominant it is, and also that it's a melee hero, so you can go to Quelling Blade, it does feel like he should maybe be 2, 3, maybe 4 damage lower. And yeah, it looks like Skidder is going to start top, so they're trying to dodge out. We talked about this in the draft. You don't want to be a StarLadder up against the Troll. The Troll counters the StarLadder due to the mischance, whereas the PL can rush in, force out the Whirling, and then just Doppelganger. Obviously, you won't want to always do that just because Doppelgangers are high cooldown, but the reality is it doesn't hurt you necessarily that much because while Troll can spam out the Whirling Axes, the amount of times you hit him in that window is more beneficial as you just have more armor.
30 seconds to battle.
And then, yeah, the melee boys bot will be up against the StarLadder, which once again isn't terrible for them. I think StarLadder is getting the better lane out of the options. They both feel kind of rough though, simply because one is you mischance, the other is you strength hero up against Timbersaw. There's no easy winning it.
Burns, doesn't it?
Same time though, they do have free stuns at level 2. And until you get 2 points in reactive armor, a Timber doesn't really feel safe. I also think because he's got someone starting the lane here with him, he's going to be tempted towards a Whirling Death start. And if he does that, then they could very easily kill him at level 1. Alright, if I'm Hanskin, I take that trade any day. That's a nice mana trade right there. I thought for a second Hanskin was going to level Cogs to screw Lolo, but no, you take that trade. And yeah, Limp did start the Never Blast to ensure his CS over the decrep. It's just, it wouldn't really stop Baranya from getting CS as much. We mentioned this earlier, is like you have spam ability on Void Spirit. Okay, that's painful. This hero is fun, ladies and gentlemen. Fun for the person playing it, not so much their opponent. Aether Remnant is brutal. If you get hit by that, you're getting hit 2 to 3 times extra. And then at that point, you just can't trade because all the Void Spirit has to do is hit the Resonant Pulse, and then you are half HP by the time you actually hit their health. Top's a good start though. Nico Baby already 5-1, but PR matching it. This is the thing. It's just very easy for a PL to CS in this type of lane. Spartan will suffer a lot though, and Blast just in time to keep himself alive, but barely 10 HP. I think we might just see a very calm few minutes. kills will only happen when people are up to at least level 3 or step out of position. This is what I mean. Like, you can aggress 33, but he's got the salve, so you just burn his regen.
Burns, doesn't it?
And that's the big thing you're looking for. Like, if you're clicking through these heroes, you're watching to see who runs out of regen first. It seems kind of obvious when you scream it like that, but the burst potential isn't that much there when you consider the heroes in each of these lanes. Like, it's double strength against the lean and StarLadder, so while they hit hard, it's not like you're up against a squishy int / agi hero. Good denies actually coming out from Nico Baby though. He's getting the better side of this lane. The Skiro is going to suffer a little bit, but that's mainly because Spartan had to go back to base. Still impressed that they managed to actually burn his salve and force him back like that already. And yeah, Clock's already on the early rotation. The reason he does this is because usually your Void Spirit won't level into Dissimulate until level 4 if he's pressured, or level 5. He's actually holding a point, so this gank won't work at all. Reason being is like level 2 Aether Remnant is high value. It's like the amount of benefits you get out of it, there's no reason you wouldn't get it. It's more damage, lower cooldown, barely any mana change. And that pull duration gives you enough time for like an additional right click. But yeah, good job by him. He understands that he doesn't want to use it yet, so the moment he'll want to use it, that's when he'll have an Aether Remnant. And Clock will at least get back bot in time to snipe the Courier, and he'll get it before it delivers the items as well. That's actually painful for Skylark. And it's going to get more painful. I don't think you can kill him. Definitely make him work for it a little, though. Mid-rotation. This is ambition by Lil. Oh yeah, Lil is still 4, yeah. I was right. Why doubt yourself, okay? I mean, I think it was more me doubting the 4 StarLadder. I'm just not that big of a fan of it. I think the hero thrives as a free. But I guess this supersedes the issue of him, like, getting dominated, necessarily. However, Limp might get dominated. He'll turn, actually. Baranya needs to retreat right now, but the bash is coming out. The Rocket Flare as well. Limp, if you get the Never Blast out, Baranya, so close. And the bottle up won't work. First blood drawn. Lil gets it. That's why you don't go splashing in the river, and Baranya will get out. The illusions can't kill him. Oh, that's painful to watch. Hanskin tried to help with that level 1 Rocket Flare. Maybe if he TPs, there's a play to be made there. But I guess he didn't expect to make it in time. I think Limp was honestly surprised he got that close to his tower again before dying. And as I talk about that, okay, bot's just a solo kill. I think he fluffed the stun. Yeah, Skylark must have fluffed the first stun, and then 33 just leads in. Now he has double bracer. You can't leave Skylark alone in this lane. He will just die. Lil's probably going to feel compelled to rotate top next, though, or mid again, just because of the state of those lanes and like the kill potential he sees. But the reality is, like, I think if you leave Lina in the off lane on her own against the Timber, it's going to just start feeding. And nice kill top. Spartan's brought down. There is a rotation in, but this is going to work against Lil if he's not careful. The Rocket Flare should reveal the problem here, so they will not aggress this. God, Sliver is so nice. Level 1 sprint is so nice when you've got Windlace and Tranks. That's the one thing I will say for StarLadder. But, like, notice the big kind of impact happens because he gets that first blood mid. I think if he doesn't get that first blood mid, it's a little bit too slow and you can't do much with it. It's one of those kind of cool concepts, right, as a 4. It's like, it is very, very good, but first blood is almost crucial. Aether Remnant sidestep. Limp is wise to it. Movement in. Hanskin does tank it, and now he can chase down and kill off Baranya, who does have to dissimulate, but jukes him to the side. Limp will ping it and move forward, and we'll be able to get the kill. Nice rotation out of Hanskin. The more valuable one as well at that point, just as they're about to hit 6. Top in the meantime, StarLadder is going to go down. Nico Baby will try and back away, but Skidder chases forward with the rush. Now Fada trying to get the trade on the Spartan. Can't do enough. Will just in time. Close call, but Purifying Flame, such a low cooldown. Fada's the one who gets the double kill. Biggest winner is, however, going to be Skidder, as he does get himself all that XP. Well, I say that. They did lose 2 heroes top as well, but yeah, it's definitely Skidder still. Skylark, he's dead. I think Lil's too late to come back to this lane now. There's not really anything you can do to help out. I think you being here now is just if Lina wants to go elsewhere. Like, someone has to sap XP. And Lil is just going to die. Fada on point with his Oracle. I'm actually loving the fact that Fada is picking up these heroes and starting to play them more. Because obviously he's just recently moved across this role. This season he's moved to that 5 role. And we saw things like, I think the Venomancer was one of his favorites. The Shakira as well. I think Oracle to the Arsenal was so good. You always, as a 5, want to have... I think it's almost key at this point. As if you're playing like a 5... Or it can work if you have a 4 that does as well. You have one save type hero you can always play very well. Whether it's Oracle, Wyvern, Shadow Demon. Preferably 2. Oracle is definitely one of the more vicious ones just because of the nature of purifying flames with certain heroes. Especially if you have something like a Timbersaw in your draft. Skylark. Limp. He's in trouble. Nice sidestep. Trying to move away, but now he just signed his own death warrant. He will go down. And Clockwork. Well, Hanska needs to be careful because he could die here as well. He'll back out just in time. If Skylark had got 6 off that, though, it would have definitely been a kill. Cheeky little snipe on 33 scorer. I think that was the boots. So he will be without that additional mana for a little bit. This rotation was good to bot by Nico Baby at least. It should allow him to get the tower. You can already see the deny attempt, and Lich will get it. Fada might get more than he was hoping for, as there's 3 heroes to the side of aggressive mode here. Stun out to Nico Baby as well. He needs to get out, and he knows it. I think it's too late for a TP, though, and he knows as well. Cut trees, trying to move away. Void Spirit dies in the mid lane in the meantime, and now Nico Baby, there's no TP out attempt that can be made here. There's too many stuns. I actually love the way that aggressive mode are always ensuring they play away from the Timber. You just don't want to be dealing with them right now, and the nature of the way that Alliance is rotating is enabling aggressive mode a lot, actually, right now. Obviously, the Void Spirit is a big loss on the mid. Very good kill coming out from Alliance there to actually force out most of his mobility at that stage. As usually that's a hero that should be self-sustained and too mobile. I think maybe it's Piranha trying to kill Pugner a bit too much. That's the only reason you should really be dying, is you're the one baiting yourself into a kill, essentially. Keep in mind, like, the reason I'm saying this is Clockwork pre-6. Once Clockwork has 6, you can see situations in which Piranha could die, potentially, without being able to move away. But before that point, he should just have kind of free reign of his own destiny. There we go. 33 was finally able to push in. He's prepping this now, so the next wave comes in, gets evened out just beyond the tower, and then at the 10-minute mark, you can push him with the catapult. So you get chip damage in now, and the idea is when you hit the 10-minute mark, you push him with that catapult, and you take the tower. I do think it's important they get the XP for Lil, and that he lurks around here, because if he can get 6, they actually have the means to kill Timber. But they won't, without the Corrosive Haze, ever kill Timber. Branya, yeah, he's going for the more aggressive build. Understandable. I don't think the Yules helps you that much in this game. You don't actually need it for anything necessarily. Whereas the Orchid can actually get you a lot of kills on Pugner. Nico Baby treads complete. They won't be able to snipe out his courier, but they do know he's there now. He's got the battle trance. He will activate it in time. Looking to heal up, going to chase forward on the Spartan. And won't change targets. Instead, he'll just try and bring Spartan down, but the Laguna saves the day, and Oracle, way too late, was trying to move across. Not that it would have mattered much. His father doesn't have 6 yet. Does at least dodge some of the magical damage, but the chase is on. Aether Remnant does clip onto him. Clockwork trying to help. The root thrown out into Alina. Trying to give him the middle finger from beyond the grave, but Hanska's not even 6 yet. So they won't find anything. They need to get 6 on these supports for Alliance. It is a lot more important to pick off potential right now. And saves, right? When you have the Troll plus the Oracle, it's that double layer of save. At least Limp is still unkillable. He has a save for himself at all times. Here you go. Here's this catapult we was talking about. But yeah, the right hero came up. Baranya clears the wave, so 33 can't push it in. And it looks like it's going to be the Diffu rush for Skidder. Wants to be involved a little bit sooner. I was wondering if he might just go for the Yashir and farm a bit more. But I think he sees an opportunity to be active maybe even quicker than Nico Baby. So if Nico Baby's going for this Maelstrom build, I'm not sure I wholly agree you'll be the only one active. Everything for 33, and there's a kill. Corrosive Haze, this is what we're talking about. The moment you get your hands on that ultimate, that is the kill. Now, 33, you can't feel safe anymore. Didn't get the tower either. And it's all about the way they read that, right? They let the wave push in on purpose. Baranian then comes up, clears it quickly. All the while, Lil is soaking in XP. Now, Lil, he keeps trying for this kill in the limb. It's never likely to happen. I think you need 3, maybe 4 heroes to make that a kill. But the more important thing is, for those that haven't noticed yet, you've got a Pugner and a Timbersaw in your draft. You're 12 minutes into the game, and while you have almost killed 2 towers, you've only taken the easiest one. When you consider the rotations that got made, the shifts around the map, you would have thought the Limp would be able to get this tower by now. But it's the way that the side of aggressive mode have been interchanging their mid heroes. Right? So at one point, it's obviously the voice fury starts there. Then Lil shut for a little bit. Skylark is then, because he can't ever be bot, guarding mid at all times. And now it's just a question. Can aggressive mode, can they find a pickoff and turn it into a tower? Because they see Timber again. They understand how many heroes they have to bring. But if they can get the tower afterwards, it's 100% worth it. First, it pays out. Stun, hook shot, trying to turn it around. Now I'm going to separate the fight a little bit. And now Timber, unleashed, can actually do some damage to return. Lil getting extremely low, going to push himself further away from his allies. The Slithering Crush is a whiff. Nice kill. Handskin protected by the false promise. Farted with the quick fingers. And Skylark out of mana. Needs to move away. But I don't think he's quick enough. Stay on top of him. Stun on the 2 won't change anything. Quick response from Alliance punishes the aggression from aggressive mode. And all of a sudden, they'll be the ones taking the tower. They can finally get that push on. Question is, can they rotate mid? Limp should probably move over there just to ensure that Skitter can't push in, and then look to take that tier 1 there, because then you've reached your tier 1 goal and you've hit it before the 15-minute mark, which is the decent timing for Alliance. You actually see that Limp is now sitting top of the net worth, going for that Aether. Grabs that and then straight into apparently another Aether. I think that's a mistake. I think he clicked it twice there. Same time, Skylark is almost ready. He's got his Aether lens. He actually just needs to get the cast range talent now. Once he has that, he can just rock on. Just keep initiating for his team from long range without much threat. But in the meantime, he is threatened. Heals for 33, used aggressively instead of getting rid of the corrosive haze because they see a kill. Indeed they do, because they just blow him up. And that's the combo. That's what we talk about, the Decrepify with Timber is... I think the word is filthy. Limp reverse draining his teammate. Blowing into him. Just giving him all that juicy mana back. It's actually another nice element. Means 33 didn't have to go for the Soul Ring. He got away with the double bracer, and then he's just... While the Yules is nice for mana, usually when you're thinking Timber, you're thinking Soul Ring, because it's such a high value item. I think that's an issue for a lot of offlaners right now, is they would love to be able to justify Soul Ring due to many of them being strength heroes, but Timber is one of the few that just inherently can because it's so important for him to spam like crazy. And also he has so much regen. And a Royal Jelly. There you go, guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's the free extra neutral item to carry. You're like a lone druid now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lil's going to go down. Hanskin with the hook shot again. Limp saved by the false promise. And Baranya, now he's the one on the run. No life drain for 5 seconds, but they don't need it. Baranya's just gone. Spartan does make it up, but barely. Hanskin almost had it with the cogs, but... Aggressive mode, they are hemorrhaging heroes, and Skitter, he's going to have to make this pick justified soon, as he has the Diffu coming out. Aggressive mode should likely smoke up and make a move soon. Or Skitter could run in and just kill Fada. He's trying. He will be able to in the end, as Hanskin says, I don't know you, mate. I'm gone. Just Timber things. Keeping up that frustration for the side of aggressive mode. You just want to be in their face, forcing them to look at you. Because while they're doing that, Nico Baby was just bot, yoking some creeps, and tapping the tower. I like that he's actually holding both these neutral items as well. So this is your farming item, this is your fighting item. The moment you think you're going to get into a fight, just switch over to the fangs and you're good to go. I feel like I've seen too many players doing that with these type of heroes, especially like carries, where there's probably more justification between two items of that style. Don't get me wrong. Playfree probably wishes he was the owner of the Vampire Fangs right now. Smoke. Alliance are rapping on them here as well. Spartan might tank the brunt of this. Or they move past for a bigger kill. The scan just came out, so they know it's coming. This should just be an out for them. They're going to have the illusions push in, but Spartan will give his life. Chain Frost bounces a little bit, but not too much. I like that from Farde. He's like, no, you can't take more damage. Even though turning around to use the Fate's Edict is what causes the bounce to continue. But he saves his comrade from the damage. That's all that matters. Oh, nice. 33 getting close now, actually. And he's got the Essence Ring coming as well. 33 should be unkillable at this stage. Even when you've got the Hooded Defiance or Skidder, I don't think you're ready to fight. This is the kind of rough part. I think aggressive mode have missed that timing, and you can already see it in the 5k net worth lead building for Alliance, and they're the ones always on the hunt. You just have to dodge them all times now. Like, the only time you kill them is if you find a pick off like Troll way away from the tower alone. But you can see the Troll, he understands his limits. He's always close enough to this tier 1 tower now at this stage. If they try and jump him, there's a response. And instead, Alliance, they're the ones that go deeper. The Skidder is wise to it and out. Handskin. He got sight of that. 33 is going to chase in. And they decide against it. It's too deep. They actually just need to get the creep wave and start pushing in. They're always looking for these pickoffs, but like the big advantage they have is they can just push a wave and take a tower very easily with the Pugner. But because like you miss on that kill and you're not shoving that lane, now the onus is on aggressive mode to go and make an aggressive move on the Nico, baby. Yeah, it's just mirror. I actually love the way that Alliance kind of read this and chasing them across. So Branya almost dies already. There's the false promise to get out the stun, and Lil's just gone. Chase in, hook shots there. Lich gets caught, has got the Chain Frost. Might as well throw it out because you're dead anyway, but decides against it, goes down. And the tree line, they will get the other two out. But Timber's already shoving in the mid, so that's never going to come out. And now they can shove the tier 2 bot. Alliance just reading a textbook from the side of aggressive mode, mirroring the movement side to side on the map, knowing that they are still not ready to fight. Knowing that the only way that aggressive mode get these kills is if they find individual pickoffs again and again. Oh, yeah, no, it's just your health versus my mana. Courtesy of the Diffusal Blade. They almost have the Orchids, so 33 needs to start showing some respect. The lessons bring up though, he's not taking any chances. Reinforcements coming in, the backstab from behind, they've got out the leader. That was meant to be the source of their damage, and all of a sudden 33 doesn't care anymore, and all the side of A mode need to get out of here before they become a pain in the ass. Nice kill on a Pugner, turnaround opportunity, and they just strike straight away. I think Alliance got a little bit split there. It's that overconfidence, right? I'm a Pugner, I can lead the charge. I have the Decrepify, I want to open up. But the reality is, like, you're playing around hook shot, I'd say, for Alliance. It's always about hook shot. Like, that is your source. That is your in. If you find a kill before using it, it's great, and then use it for a follow-up kill. If not, don't do it. And the thing is, he had hook shot, or I think it was maybe just coming off cooldown from an early usage. But they were looking in the wrong place. Yeah, Lotus Orb and 33 will be pretty good in this game. Corrosive Haze, Laguna, Spirit Lancers, Sinister Gaze. There's actually so many spells, it makes it such a good item. It's mainly for the Corrosive Haze debuff, but it gets so much value elsewhere. This is a very quick roach. It's always interesting to see what different troll players do. I see a kind of more even split between Fervor stacks and Whirling Axes damage. The Whirling Axes are really good for farming speed, but if you're Maelstrom build, you're always Fervor stacks. You just don't need the extra damage coming out of the axes at that point. Chase in on the Piranha. Cut out the trees, he'll be able to move away. He's only got one step left, and the hook shot guess is wrong. They realize that afterwards, but that will enable him to push on the towers now because you have no steps to try and defend or go aggressive. They're low cooldown, but all it takes is 30 seconds for the side of Alliance to take a tower. You can already see that Pugner's holding that Arcane Rune. He can just try and shove in this lane while they commit to top. This is where it always gets harder for aggressive mode to find a pick off now, right? Like the window is gone. Now that they've got the Aegis, you can see Alliance is going to 5-man. And even if they hit both these towers, like the time to respond is so small that Oracle can always save. And A mode, it's now or never. If they're in your base, you have to fight them this time. This is the annoyance of a Timber Pugna combo. Not only do they burst your heroes, but when they reach your base, it's very Siobhan. One just tanks, the other just pokes. The troll is just the icing on the top. Now the jump is straight away, forcing out the stun control on Timber, and now Baranya goes so deep, suns up an Oracle, but they don't have the damage to kill 33. They just need to back up, which means they are going to be surrendering these racks. Shield will slow it down a little bit, but the blasts are eternal. With an arcane root still running, there is plenty of blasting to do. And this is the best that Skit could do. He didn't even come for this fight. They're just trying to delay the push while he gets a bit of extra gold. He's still not ready to go. He still doesn't have the Manta. You might just see the side of Alliance converge towards the mid lane next because the creep wave pushing him right now. 33, you already see he's staying in range so you can just try and actually grab them. Does get stunned on the attempt to retreat, but he's protected. Lil? That 4-star. Okay, he did not expect that much burst damage. He actually would have died to the retract if it wasn't for the 4-star that he's built. He's counting his lucky stars. He went 4-star over Blink this game. But Alliance, I mean, they're starting to make this look pretty cut and dry. You've got Phantom Lancer attempting the anti-mage effect, but farming nowhere near as quickly. And they just still don't have a solution to Timber. This is the problem. This is what we highlighted in the draft. They have no Spirit Vessel builder. And the Corrosive Haze has a window where it's effective, but afterwards, when the Lower Sword was there, when the Yules is there, you lose that impact. And sure, Yules is a free setup, but it was too hard to kill him, especially once he picked up the Essence Ring. And now you're at this stage where he doesn't even have to give you that setup because it's always Lois. That's just a question of how much time can Lich buy you with this Frost Armor. Like will the shields actually protect the towers long enough? Probably not. You already see the A mode. They're on the hunt. They have the level 2 hook shot now, so they're actually going to be a lot more present. 45-second cooldown is actually insane for this ability. Once you reach level 3, it gets out of control. I actually love the changes they made to Clockwork. I think the old Ags was kind of crazy, but also crazy in the wrong way because you just didn't have the mana to sustain. If it was like not worth it unless it was an ultra late game, I might want to say. Whereas the nature of like the way his hookshot works now is it scales fairly. Nice hookshot in, stops 33 from being blasted down. Now the Lois to make sure they don't hit him up and he'll move away. I like that from Hanskin. He doesn't go for some sort of cute play where they try and grab a kill, right, through the stun lockdown. One, it's a Void Spirit, and two, it's more important that 33 lives. He's got so much net worth in him, you don't want to actually throw that gold you've invested away. I like that little ping. You didn't hit your creep. What the hell, Nico? He's going to hit towers pretty hard, though. He's got the DD. He won't use it just yet. They're going to wait out the Frost Shield, and that's when you go. Stun control on 33. Chain Frost, everything with life train to keep him alive. And the false promise will allow him to stand his ground. That was last second clutch coming out from his team. They do it. 33 will live. And he's full health and ready to party. Father doesn't care if he gets dragged in. He's done his duty, and he is feeling good about it. 33. Down to half mana. Not for long though, just regen way too fast. Still has the Lotus to work with, so he'll go deeper. He's like, you want to fight? Optimus Prime mode activate. He'll take you all on, and it looks like he'll take Lil down. But they ain't leaving. This should be where they just take more of the base. It's actually unbelievable just how quickly this StarLadder is dying. We're so used to seeing this tanky front liner that bullies people. But this is the problem. This is the problem with full StarLadder, is you're playing this kind of pub mentality style where if I'm a 4 and I snowball out of control and I stomp and it's like an uneven game, I'll be great. When you're just a 4, you have good and bad games, right? And things like Shaker will still have huge impact. Things like StarLadder in a lineup that doesn't have a double minus factor, they kind of fall off hard. You can just see Alliance, they go, we got money to spend. We killed a few people. It's time for tier 3 items. Let's go grab some. Quicken and Charm will be pretty good. Probably give it over to the Pugner. Although there is temptation to keep the Keen Optic. And now he has got what I like to call the last hit stick. There you go. Best item in the game for last hitting heroes. And yeah, just for the Bloodstone for 33. Tank up more, make yourself unkillable. You've got a team that actually clutch save you every time, so you're not even that scared of all the nuke potential. Even when Skylark does have this Aghanim Scepter. I do like that Skylark's done this over, say, a 4-star or a Yules, though. I think the problem isn't eluding or surviving low enough, it's simply killing. And 33 is going to force him to try and kill him, but good luck. SS Ring, everything, Chain Frost, jump in, surrounded Pugner, it's gone. That's the target. Don't go for the Timber, go for what enables him. And now you can chase Timber afterwards. I don't know if you want him like this, though. Hook shot in. Can trap them about. 33 is going to nuke a lot of them down. Oracle coming to assist as well. 33 needs that false promise save. We'll get it, and they change over to Fado instead, who has the Ghost Scepter. That'll get 33 out, but this aggression, questionable when you don't have your Troll or your Pugner. Nico Baby was still farming. Turns out he decided to go back towards the Battle Fury. I mean, if you were ever going to call him out and greenest son of a gun, this would probably be it, right? You've got your Mjolnir, and now you're going for a Battle Fury. All right, bud. So, one farming item for every fighting item. That's what we're doing here. Jump in, 33. Force stuff to get him away, but Gremlin drags him in, taking too much damage, and he should be brought down as close, but no, Cigar. Yules buys himself some time. They've actually lost the Voice Spirit. Now the turnaround opportunity. Lil's going to be brought down. Nico Baby finally shows up with that BKB and gets big impact. And on the side, Spawn, a lowly Lich, killed off by the superior undead of Pugner. Hanskin will chase down and keep eyes on Skidder. He has no mana left to burn. He doesn't care too much, but Skidder will, as reinforcements are coming in. More so for the side of Alliance than the side of aggressive mode. Life Drain is there. Laguna, but Limp does not give a damn. Stomp comes out from Centaur to try and help out Skylark, but he hasn't got the life to sustain anymore. It's going to be a team wipe. Aggressive mode, lose everyone. As once again, they live up to the name, but then they take it a step too far. And Alliance, they're going to instantly punish this. Limp TPs to the bot lane with the Boots of Travel, forces out one buyback and the Glyph. And it isn't going to be enough, because you can already see the mid lane is pushing in, and Nico Baby's on his way back to the bot. This Alliance kind of like a... Anyone there? Hello? Your base? Needs a little bit of help. Silence. On to Nico Baby. Has got the BKB. Yeah, he needs some protection. They've got the false promise in 10. The disarm's good enough to protect him. StarLadder has to run away because 33 is frontline again. Heals control. Lil. A moment of silence for the dead. Rania needs to back away as well. Buyback comes out from StarLadder, but that's another lane gone. They haven't really got much left in the chamber. They only have one buyback left, and it's on Lich. An Alliance. They're just making this look cut and dry. Do they get a clean victory without casualties? Hell no. But they make sure that every life taken claims 2 in return. Now they can just back off towards the roast pit. Take their frustrations out on the poor man trying to sell cheese, and then move forward towards the final lane. The pressure is now on the side of aggressive mode to make a move outside their base and actually try and combat this. But you can see Alliance, they always keep this pressure up on the waves, so they know exactly what aggressive mode are doing. They're either defending their base, or they're out trying to make a play. Also, Glock just hit 15. You are running out of targets, actually. You have to kill Limp at the start of these fights, but the problem is if Farda's waiting, he could always false promise save. So really, it's Oracle. Same as always. Troll in trouble, BKB, but there's the false promise, and he activates the Battle Trance to chase on in. Hanskin's stuck on the side, Cogs in 2, and now the reinforcements are coming to assist him. Buyback comes out from Lich after dying, but Lil trying to get out. He won't be able to. Dagon's going to kill him off. He will die alongside the Clockwork, who buys back, but he already used the hook shot as the problem. Oracle is now dead. Chase on to Nico Baby. Forced to fight with the Whirling Axis. Will be able to do so. Now trying to save him with the stun, but it's not going to be good enough. No! They turn, they fight. Voice Spirit goes down. PL as well. Nico Baby is nigh on unkillable. The GG gets called. Close, but no cigars. Alliance take game 1. Nico Baby proving to us why Troll Ward Oracle just become totally and utterly unkillable. And it looked good for, I'd say, a second when they threw out that Light Strike array. You thought maybe you had him, but you immediately just see the response. The Dispel comes out, and it's just... I don't feel like we ever saw a point where this Void Spirit dominated the game necessarily. And if you're going to pick a PL like this, your Void has to come through for you. They actually had some good moments. I like the way that they were kind of interchanging mid a little bit to allow Scarlet to recover. But I don't think you should have ever left Alina bot alone. I think the other thing that was quite nice was the way that they were dodging out 33. But you could always see there was a little bit of discombobulation, right? They kind of understood where Nico maybe was at all times, but sometimes they were a little bit slow to move across the map. And then they reached a stage where the moves became very predictable to Alliance. And every time they were trying to switch sides to get a pick, Alliance would just mirror the movement but use TPs instead to beat them there. And I think, honestly, you might have a different game, or at least I think aggressive mode have a different approach and maybe a better chance if you run Skylark on the StarLadder and Lil on the Lina. Because I genuinely think it's better to give this StarLadder a guaranteed decent start, and a double stun lane will do that. I understand why they didn't want to do it, right? It's because you're either against a Timber or you're against a Troll, and that's rough because you can't just harass the hell out of them. But I think you'll find that Lina, left on her own, has the same issue StarLadder has, which is you will get nothing and you'll probably just die. We'll see what aggressive mode can learn, though, as this is a best of 3. Alliance have taken game 1 with a nice pure aggression draft to honor the title of their team, or their opponent's team, rather. But that's only game 1. Game 2 will be up in just a few minutes, and we'll see if Alliance can make this the beginning or midway through of a day of 2-0s, or if aggressive mode is going to give us our first game 3 of today.